We back on the hidden channel and whatnot. We on with the First Coast News and this and that and the third and whatnot. We on the highway right now. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all can see that, but yeah, y'all can't even see it, but white balance to up. But yeah, we is on the E-way right now. On the way to First Coast. I'm gonna see how we get there and this and that. And yeah, let's do it. Hidden, what's poppin'? We done made it to First Coast.
So our parent company right now is Tegna. So Tegna is like the media company. We're the local news station. And then we have NBC and ABC we're affiliated with. So those are our networks. So even though we're local news, we run NBC and ABC content outside of what we run when we run like our local news with our in-house anchors, in-house, content, local content. So, you're gonna have like your syndicated shows, your Judge Judy, that kind of stuff that everyone sees everywhere all over the country when they are watching ABC or NBC. One cool thing about us is we're your only news source, your only station for the Olympics. So we're really excited because I'm sure you guys know, like Winter Olympics is coming up. So, and I'm Greek, so I'm like, oh yeah, we invented it. Like, we're awesome. We get the Olympics. So it's a big deal right now. It's our big push. We are also the home for the SEC this season, so that's another really cool thing. So where are my footballers at? Yeah, so super cool for us. We love it, and we're positioned in a great location. We've got, the Jag Stadium right there. We've got Shrimp Stadium. So we're really lucky we get to cover all that stuff, which is a lot of fun. It makes every day here different. We have a really good time. We've got a lot of different jobs in this building. So, and each one of those jobs is like different every day. So is there anyone pursuing communications or media in any way? What do you want to do? Okay, so are you thinking about going to school for communications? Communications is a great area to get into because it's really broad and it will allow you to kind of figure out what you want to do in media, and it kind of covers a lot instead of just one very, very specific thing like meteorology. But there's tons of things you can do in college, my degree's in marketing, and I work more on the back side of things, which is a lot of fun. But there's so many different jobs in this building, and as we walk through, we'll talk about them. So, if you guys want to get going.
Why are you nervous? Because I'm holding that damn camera. That's why I'm nervous. On brother. I forgot about that. I should be the most nervous, but you want to say get questions? I got questions. It's silent. It's silent. Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, this jump coming crazy. I ain't even gonna fade this jump coming insane, but.
So this is our sales area, and it's maybe not the most exciting thing to you guys, but sales is really important to us because it's literally what feeds us, what keeps the lights on, right? So does anyone watch traditional TV anymore? Do you guys watch regular TV? Okay, so I know you hate commercials, but commercials literally get us.
Oh, that man vlogging too?
And our sales team goes out and they find local businesses and nationwide businesses, and basically they find folks that, hi Patty, they find folks that need to get their service or their product out there, and they end up coming to us, and our sales folks like Patty will put together a whole package for them because it's not just linear anymore. Now we're talking about all these digital products that we offer. So you can advertise on our website, you can advertise on our streaming apps, you can advertise on our YouTube, you can advertise on our website. So they put together packages and they have all kinds of resources that help them pinpoint exactly what the client needs and what would be best for them and get the best results. And it's very intricate work, it's a lot of numbers, so if you love math, if you love numbers, if you like putting stuff into spreadsheets and mapping stuff out, it's a great option. Plus so they love it. Does anyone have any questions about sales?
What's the countdown time they're counting down to?
The Olympics.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have a bunch of these all over the building. A lot of times we'll count down SEC or, of course, the Super Bowl or any big games, and our favorite, the Olympics. So.
Where's the Olympics going to be this year?
Milan.
Okay. Are you all sending somebody?
Milan
or
Cortina. I don't think we are sending anyone in-house, but of course, like corporate and network, NBC will be sending folks.
This is for the Winter Olympics in Milan? I guess because they got the Alps right there.
Milan Cortina, yeah.
I never done
Yeah.
this.
We've got a lot of cute merch coming in for
Okay.
clients. Of course, we always want to entice them to spend money with us. A great way to do that is relations and PR. So we always try to find really cool presents to send them to remind them, hey, don't forget, like, call us. And of course, airtime depends on, it's like real estate, right? Like you've heard, like, real estate is all about location, 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 right? So it's the same with advertising. When you're advertising your product, you want to be in the spot where most eyes are watching. So do you want to be like middle of the day when Judge Judy is on? Or do you want to be in prime time when like the Golden Bachelor or like whatever the hottest new show is on? Do you want to be like during like the noon news, or do you want to be in the middle of the Olympics? So when we're selling our Olympic products, of course, that's like primo real estate for clients, right, Patty?
That's right.
So it's a big, big push, and it brings in a lot of revenue, which is great because then we get to keep our jobs.
And by the way, if you want to make money in TV, you got to go through sales. As far as if you looking to make 6 figures higher.
Yeah, that's
Working
where it's
sales.
at. Listen, I love my job, we all do. You're not gonna get rich in local TV, but you're gonna have fun every day. You're gonna have a job that's different every day, and if you get bored really easy, you won't. So you'll have a good time. So we're gonna go check out the newsroom.
Okay.
We actually just put, like Kennedy did it, so it's a little different than it used to.
Oh, this is huge. Oh my gosh.
That's
kinda
magic
big.
happens. Well, some of it.
Wow.
This isn't the set. This is where all the editing and planning goes down. So, this is where everyone. So, one thing that I think a lot of people don't realize is that MSJs, which stands for a multi-skilled journalist, and our anchors, they do a lot of their own writing, editing, even filming. So it's definitely a job that is a lot more than just reading a script on a screen. A lot of people think you're just gonna get up, you're gonna be on TV, you're gonna read a script, and it's fabulous. That's really not how it is. Jeannie's one of our longest standing anchors, and she's over there like writing up her story. So there's a lot more that goes into it than that. And then we have our editors, our producers, directors, and meteorologists. Hello, friends. Do you have a second?
I love the second.
This is Crystal. She's an MSJ. Again, that stands for multi-skilled. No, you're not. You're an anchor.
I do everything.
Yeah, she does everything. I'm like, I don't even know. So, we just did a really fun thing together, K9s for Warriors. It was a community event, and she came out and crushed it. So we go off-site a lot of times. And do you have any advice for the kids about like what it takes to do what you do and what it entails?
It's a hustle, but I love being a journalist. I get to do something different every day and meet different people and go to different places. I'm not sitting behind a desk, which I love. I work the morning shift, so I wake up at like 2 a.m., get here at 3:30, then I get the whole rest of my day. So that's the benefit. I'm just a morning person, so I love that. Does anybody have any questions?
Well, I told them too how you're not just, on air and that's
Oh,
it.
we
Reading
do
a
it all.
teleprompter. You do
Yeah.
everything.
So I also do traffic, so I build traffic graphics and get to do traffic during the morning, and I also go out and do my own reports. So I'm my own photographer. You'll see me out with a camera by myself. I usually turn it around and I report in front of it, and I edit all of my own pieces too. So the days of having like a whole crew with audio and video and photographers, those are long gone. You see what you guys are doing right now with your cell phones? We do that. So you're basically doing it already. So I get to be very creative, which is cool. And with technology and cell phones, I've done entire stories on my cell phone, and you would never know.
That's
Gives
kind
you
of
a lot of
crazy.
autonomy,
Yes,
right?
it does.
That's
You guys
actually
know
kind
what
of
that
crazy.
is,
Cell
autonomy?
phone storage.
It's kind of like control over your own job, over your own product, over your own output. So if you like to really be in control of what you're doing and have like a voice and kind of not be micromanaged, it's a great space to do that and to have your own creativity shine
Who's
through.
got a TikTok? Who's got an Instagram? Yeah. You are all doing journalism in some form.
Hopefully,
In a respectful way.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
But that's basically what we do. But we're confirming all of our information and, getting information that people need to know about that's important in the community. Oh, where y'all from?
Here, Jacksonville.
Frank H. Peterson.
Oh, what you talking about? School? Frank H.
Yeah, like school.
My bad. Frank H.
Yeah,
Peterson.
Frank H. Peterson.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope y'all are from Jacksonville. You're so fun.
We have seniors and sophomores.
Oh, that's awesome.
No juniors, no freshmen.
That's fun. You guys have any questions?
I have a question.
You say that you do basically everything. So the first time they had you out there, you had to cook by yourself. Was it hard and afterwards?
Yes. It is a hustle. My first job was in South Carolina, and I worked at a bureau, which means I wasn't in the news with everybody. So I was out by myself. So basically, if something broke and I had a question, I was on my own. So usually, it becomes easier. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you guys communicate between active reporters and the news station?
Active reporters in a news station.
Like in the field?
Like people who are outside and people who are
Oh,
inside.
okay. So, during a news story?
Yeah, like live stuff though.
So we have IFBs. Basically, we have earpieces. So a lot of times when you see someone live out in the field, they have an earpiece in. So whether it's their cell phone, Apple AirPod, or they actually have their IFB, they're communicating with a producer in the control room. So they can hear the show, they can hear when someone's tossing to them, and then the producer in the booth is talking in their ear. So giving them a countdown, okay, you have 30 seconds. Okay, toss to this person. Okay, we're going to some sound, we're rolling video. So you're hearing what's going on, but the audience can't hear it. So that's how you know kind of what's going on between you and the newsroom.
We have cameras that are designed to send that feedback. They have satellite set up to them, and they are designed to send all the feedback straight back to the station.
Like a live stream.
Yeah.
I have another question.
Yeah.
So how far is the offset? So when you're recording and when it gets to the news station, so you can edit out errors or mistakes.
So it's live, it's simultaneous. So you're talking about kind of an award show where they can bleep out
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah, no, we don't do that here. Some, TV
So it's just raw and
award
uncut?
ceremonies and stuff, they can do that, and it's called a delay, and they'll delay it so they'll be able to do all of that. While there may be a delay depending on how far you are.
Might
So
be
if we
half a second.
Yeah, so and here's Chris Level, and you'll kind of see me standing there for a minute because it's a little bit of a delay. It's all live. So if something happens, it's gonna happen.
Just gotta roll with
And
it.
you kind of just hope that someone doesn't curse on the air or do something stupid while you're live. But yeah, it's live completely.
Okay. I have a question. What ethical guidelines do you follow when reporting sensitive or developing stories?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Ethical guidelines. I think just remembering that we're all humans. I think sometimes when you're reporting a lot on crime or death, it's easy to kind of get numb to it, right? It's
Yes, ma'am.
another shooting, oh no. But when you're out there talking to family members and kind of feeling that pain that they're feeling and trying to put yourselves in their shoes, bringing the humanity to the story, I think that's how you make those ethical decisions.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? What am I gonna show?
Right.
A lot of times you go on the scene, you may see a body there. It's
Yes,
not
ma'am.
respectful to show that, you know? It's easy for some, people can get their phones out and record it, but we choose not to air that.
Right.
That's
Yes, ma'am.
disrespectful to the family, and I wouldn't want someone
Right.
to do that to me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's just finding the humanity in yourself, obviously, but ethically as far as like facts. When you're
Yeah.
talking to like police or, you know, government officials, making sure that you're confirming everything that you're
Yeah.
saying before you say it.
Okay.
Good question.
We have a legal team that for things that are kind of in a gray area, we can run by them as well. So it's like, hey, is this okay to say or not say, or show or not show?
Yeah.
We usually go through them, but we run things through a whole slew of people before, all the way up to our president and GM, to make sure that, you know, we are treading lightly, but still getting the story out there in the most gentle way possible, while
Right.
still letting it have an effect on people.
Yeah, so she's talking about like the big investigative pieces that may take like sometimes weeks or months to work on.
Yeah.
That will go through a lot of different eyes to make sure
Right.
it's accurate, make sure everything is right, so that we don't get sued.
Right.
And also, so we do justice to the families
Of course.
and our community, because that's our main goal.
You have
Okay.
a question? You have a question?
I was like, how do you keep your emotions tight when you're like at like a crime scene or something? Because I feel like me, I'm an empathetic person. I will like burst out in tears.
And sometimes that happens. I've cried before out on a scene. You know, I've seen kids who have been hurt or family suffering, and it's like, I've interviewed someone, it's just, sometimes you can't hold it back, but when I'm actually reporting something, I try to hold it together because I need to be impartial and I need to get the story out, and if I'm weeping and stuff like that, but we're all human, you know, and that's okay, in my opinion. It's okay to feel the feelings, but you're there to do a job, and you have to have a professionalism about you while you're doing your job.
And then a lot of times you just go home and cry later, right?
Yeah.
If you have to.
Yeah.
Been there. So.
It's a tough gig. I mean,
It is.
everything's not always like happy and rainbows and like fun. Like there's death and destruction sometimes, and sometimes you're out there and you get there before the police do, and you see everything and you hear everything, and you know, families are finding things out for the first time, and you're the one there having to either console someone or try to talk to somebody. So it's just being human and being understanding of the situation.
I was gonna kind of branch off that question. So when these incidents happen, when you guys come back here, is there like a specific person you talk to with these incidents, like a therapist or something like that? Or
If you're like having issues or
like after
emotional?
seeing something and it's like really emotional?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's counselors, of course. We could talk to each other. I mean, we've all been in the business, so usually I would talk to like a mentor. My family, my husband's in news, so usually like we kind of like talk to each other after the long day. And like, man, this is what we gotta go through today. So we kind of support each other.
It's definitely like a family around
Yeah.
here, because we do go through a lot together. If there's a hurricane and we need to be in wall to wall, so like
We're sleeping here.
constant news coverage, we're literally sleeping here, like cooking pancakes
get
for
to know
each
each
other.
other.
So yeah, so we're definitely like a family.
For sure.
Anything
Awesome.
else for Crystal, guys?
You guys enjoy your tour.
I'm
Yes,
so glad you were walking by.
Yeah.
Yay,
It's like
thank you.
the tail end of my day. See, we're almost done.
Yeah, see, now she gets to go home and like do whatever.
I'm gonna go track a story.
Yeah.
It was nice to
All
meet you
right.
guys.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you
Nice
so
to meet you, too.
much.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so how was that?
It was good.
Exciting?
It was perfect.
She's the best. Her energy level is like beyond. So, and I think that that's really a good thing when if you're looking to get into this job, a job like that type of position. I wanted to introduce you to somebody.
Steve Irwin's son, who's also on Dancing with the Stars, kind of mainstream right now. He's going to be at the zoo in February, so we're going to ask him about that. That kind of fell into our lap. We were already planning to have the zoo people on, so so now we get to ask them about that too. And then we also have somebody coming in, I think, to talk about self-defense. So that's kind of what our show is looking like tomorrow. One of our reporters is working on a different story that hopefully also will air tomorrow. And then I also know that, you know, tomorrow's Friday, it's the last day of school before Thanksgiving for at least St. John's and Clay and Nassau. And then, you know, so there's gonna be a lot of travel tomorrow. And then fun stuff too, like if you're cooking Thanksgiving at home and you got a bird over 20 pounds, you gotta start thawing it tomorrow. We got high school football playoffs tomorrow. So we got a lot of things going on tomorrow, so that's kind of where my mind is always at, is kind of looking ahead. And then also just kind of editing, copy editing, spell checking, making sure all the stories we have in today's show are in the right order, things like that. So that's kind of a general idea of what I do, but yeah. Any thoughts, questions?
Do you ever get overwhelmed? Like you get like a lot of stories and you're just like,
You know the slides right here?
Hi guys!
Hi.
Welcome to First Coast Living.
We'll have to bring one camera over here in the corner, but that's okay.
Yeah, okay. You guys want to come?
Oh, this
I
kind
want
of
to make
crazy.
sure you can see.
Me either, though.
It's like a house inside of a house.
Facts. What in the Big Brother did we walk into?
See? Do you guys see how it says Winn-Dixie and ProCraft? So we partner with them. Our sales team sells airtime to them, and so we went to them and said, hey, we want to build a kitchen, and you know, can you hook us up? And so they did. Winn-Dixie brings us food all the time for our segments. ProCraft built the cabinetry and built the kitchen, helped us build the kitchen. So it was a great partnership. So of course, in return, you know, we put their logos up.
But they got a whole green screen room,
we,
bro.
you know, shout them out during
That's kind of crazy.
shows, and so it's kind of like a barter. Like you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. So you'll see a lot of that with like lifestyle shows like this. So a lot of people pay to be on these shows. So it's another source of income for us. But they also work, a lot of times are assigned us with sales. So everything's very intertwined. All the departments in this building are very intertwined. There's not one department in this building that doesn't need to interact with the other one. And as a matter of fact, our new set behind you, 90 seconds. So let me say real quick that the new set, although we did hire a set designer, our engineering department built the majority of that set themselves.
Okay.
The designers really ended up building were these and the Pathmon. And eventually, when we get more money from from corporate, that will be a living screen that will move and yeah.
What? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. We're still waiting on corporate to give us some lock. Yeah. A set like this costs about $500,000 to $800,000 to build.
That's not that much.
So we offset that by having our engineers do it
Not that much.
themselves.
Thought it was gonna be a meal. thought he was gonna say it went in. 400, 800,000.
This is
Big
the
wolf.
last thing I was expecting.
Well, you're the first interview, so we're just gonna say what's coming up real quick, and then I'll say our
Okay, I know.
15. That sounds really good.
He's a liar.
Alright, Mike and Scott.
Stand by. Show opens rolling.
Hello and welcome to First Coast Living. I'm Jordan Wilkerson.
And I'm David Bentha. Thank you for joining us on Friday.
Thank you. Oh gosh, I almost said Wednesday.
No, that was yesterday.
Woo, that was yesterday, and I like that we're not gonna get today.
I don't understand how we do that. I promise that we do not
We
get
did not
those.
mention this. But we have a jam-packed show. I feel like this time of year it's always jam-packed.
It is. It's cool. I love it.
Yes,
Let's
we're
get
gonna-
right into it.
we're
All
gonna-
right. Coming up, we talk about how disc golf is helping people through recovery.
I'm really excited about this, David, because I've actually never played and I've wanted to try it.
Oh,
We're gonna get to try it.
You're gonna get your hand in it. Yeah, for sure.
Then a comedy legend is in town, and we've got you covered with all the details in this weekend event guide. You definitely don't want to miss this. Lots of fun stuff coming up.
Plus, we continue to highlight the upcoming Ram Holiday Market, helping you find gifts from local vendors.
But now, though, it is time for, not say what, it's time for Living in the Kitchen.
That's right.
You know what I'm talking about here. Built by ProCraft Cabinetry. And of course, we're in that Winn-Dixie kitchen that we absolutely love. And we're here with Max's Restaurant. And it opened its first Jacksonville location back in May of this year, bringing a taste of Filipino cuisine to our city. So let's welcome the owner of Max's Restaurant, Bill Rogers, North American Marketing Manager, also Kara Pantojan. So thank you so much for joining us today. Yes, and I have not tried your food, so I'm really excited. But before we get into that, tell us the origin of Max's Restaurant.
It all started about 80 years ago.
80? 80?
Exactly about 80 years ago. We've been around a long time. My grandfather was based in Quezon City, Philippines, and after the war, the American GIs were hanging around, and they came to his house and had a few drinks, and of course drinks and food. It became a little cafe, and it became a restaurant. Now we have over 200 restaurants around the world. So
Amazing.
it's great. Yeah, it's amazing.
All right, so you brought a plethora of things for us to try today. So what are we looking at here?
So right here we have our Filipino fried chicken.
I was about to say, did you fry that whole thing?
Yes,
Oh, that's
it's
good.
one of the most amazing dishes at Max's Restaurant. So it's a
Okay.
staple dish. And then of course we have the crispy pata. It's a pork hot. So yes, it's a must try. Of course we have the Lumpia Shanghai, it's the egg rolls.
Yum.
And then we have the noodles, we have the pork adobo. So adobo has to be the staple of Filipino
Oh, okay.
family, right? And you have the barbecue and we have kare-kare.
You did great. It's okay. You messed up.
I'm gonna get this wrong. It's either in North Carolina or South Carolina.
Okay.
And so, like, they're the ones that are like punching all of this. So they hubbed it a while ago, way before I got here. So that's why you don't see any people in here, but you'll see like things moving and changing. So we have so many channels, y'all, because we don't just have, like you heard me say, we have 2 networks, but we have like .1. So WTLV is NBC. WJXX, those are our call numbers, is our ABC channel. But we have WTLV 1, our main one, and then we have .1, .2, .3, all the way up to .8 for both sides. So these are all our channels that are airing right now. So Master Control is like punching all of them.
At the
First
same
Coast
time?
Living that we just watched is only going to air on our WTLV .1. So not everything is the same. Like one of our channels is like our mystery channel. One of our channels is like our like sci-fi channel. So like that's all we air on them. You know, when you're flipping through well, you might not know, you're too young. But back in the day, you would flip through the TV and you would get all these like weird channels that always showed like the same genre, and you're like, there was like reruns of like old shows. That's what those are. See how it says JXX right there with the timer? Oh, another thing that you guys probably already know, but that if you ever get into this industry, you will find out very quickly. I'm not from this industry. I've only been here 2.5 years, but this building, seconds equate to minutes, minutes equate to hours. Those seconds on that timer count for so much. Like if someone's like, oh, we still have 10 seconds. It's like, oh my God, that's forever, right? Because like we time things to the second. So like when we're jumping out of a show to get into the next show and we're putting in commercial breaks and things like that, it's literally down to the second, and we time it out. Like, you know, your favorite show is not exactly 30 minutes. It's 26 minutes and 47 seconds. So in order to make it 30 minutes on air, this is how much commercial time we need to add. So all those seconds matter. Like if Jordan and them keep talking, like they're gonna get cut off because we have to throw to commercial. We have to air, we're obligated by the FCC to run those commercials, and by contracts with our clients to run those commercials. So it's super, super important to like stay on time. So it's pretty crazy how, like, to me 10 seconds used to be like, oh my god, that's like nothing, and now I'm like, oh my god, 10 seconds, that's forever. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with that 10 seconds? So your perception of time definitely changes, but it's in a good way, trust me.
So for like older shows, like how do y'all get older shows? Like say like the Kings of Queens, because I know it's an older show.
From the networks give them to us. So, like, you know, let's say we lose a contract with a show, because we have our local stuff that we make in-house, like our news, our specials that we create. And then our network, we're going to have like syndicated shows and then network shows. So syndicated means any network can buy it, right? So you're going to pay for it. So if we lose one of those, like, it's like, oh, what are we going to put in this time slot? So it just depends on like what we're contractually obligated to do. But we could try to find another syndicated show that we can pay for, and then like they will give us the content and drop it in the, like, you know, where all our content lives. You know, like it's basically like a drive. So we'll have access to that. And then if NBC and ABC, because we are both, we have access to everything. So whatever we want to air, we're obligated to air certain things, but like those older shows, like, you know, that we might air at, you know, 12:30 p.m., we can always change up and just, you know, we'll just call our ABC or NBC rep and say, hey, is it cool if we put this in that time slot? We get the okay, and then, you know, Lori, who does this tour sometimes, she and I work together. I'll put in the commercial breaks, and Lori will, you know, upload. We have this application called Pulse. We tell the hub what we want to put in there. We put in the order, and then it gets dropped into the big invisible cloud and gets uploaded and gets played. Any questions?
Okay. So for the shows that you're not obligated to play, how do you like decide which ones you do?
We just talk about it and say, hey, what do you think about re-airing this special? Like, so we have this really cool thing that we do every year called 12 Who Care, and we get to, and I love it because I get to be involved. So we get to put out there. We make promotions for it, and we ask in our newscast, if you know someone that's gone above and beyond in the community to help out the community, nominate them. And then we get to pick the 12 best of the best. And then we do a special and we air it. And we do packages on each person. So it'll be like a few minutes during the newscast where we showcase them and what they do for the community. And we give them an award, and then we film it all. And we air each package individually, but then we put together a big special. So leading up to this year's, because it's like, email, I'm more than happy to answer anything you think of down the line. I know my seniors are probably, if not already, like, accepted to a program.
No, that was actually fun, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Hidden, we just got out the tour or whatnot. I guess that's gonna conclude today's video. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That junk kind of fun. That junk kind of cool. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna fake. They gave us a little gift bag and whatnot with like a cup and a pen. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? So I'm about to put that bit on. I ain't even gonna lie. You know what I mean? But yeah. You know what I mean? What are y'all talking about? What y'all talking about?
Oh, that.
Oh, that water over there?
Yeah. You know, they're just wetting the concrete or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a fire truck.
Man, we should go ahead and just take a swim in the pond, bro. For real, for real.
That was just a fish. I'm being serious. Just a fish. Why did the fish jump?
But we should just take a goddamn, you know what I mean, a swim.
A little stroll downtown.
Bro.
Okay, what are they doing?
Bro, what is they doing, bro? But them boys got watering earth.
But they're like, the fishes are like, fish are leaping out the water.
Fishy. I'm seeing that jump too a little bit. Bro, I just seen that jump.
Jump. Are you looking at this?
Yeah, I saw him on the bus.
I want to see one of these big ass birds.
Swoop down and get one.
Oh, it smells like salt. That's salt water?
Yeah, it's salt water. I smell it, bro. Bro, why is the bus hella full? I don't know if y'all can see that, but the bus sitting in the parking lot.
God, if my coffee cup got dumped.
Oh,
Hey, we just walking.
yeah. I was gonna say it was a fire truck, but I don't know what. What are they doing? What is this accomplish?
What does this accomplish?
They just wet the concrete?
Oh, bro.
That fire truck's water smells like trash. It's the fire truck.
I just realized my
Nah,
coffee
bro.
cup probably got dumped.
Most likely, hey, more than likely,
I didn't
to be
even think
real.
about that. I put my coffee cup right behind my book bag.
Now, why would you do that?
I don't
Oh,
know.
nah, that's kind of crazy.
See, the bus driver don't want kids on the
Yeah, she probably just did a whole
But what if our bags going on a bus game?
But like even worse. It smells like
over here.
Isaiah.
it smells like
Yeah, what's up?
Isaiah, you know the
I'm
pond
right
we
here.
have to drive by? Oh yeah. Yeah, it smells like that.
That's
That pond
crazy.
smells like trash. I've kind of gotten used to it.
Yeah, no. Ain't over the crazy, but I'm gonna catch up on the net vlog, hidden vlog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.